All right, well, I would like to call this meeting of the Simsbury Historic District Commission to order and welcome everybody, including members of the public. I'm going to start with a little housekeeping. If you are not actually speaking, it would be best if you could mute yourself to minimize the background noise. To members of the public, there will be a chance for you to speak. But please wait until the commission opens the public hearing portion of the meeting. And commissioners, if we can all speak one at a time, that will be helpful as well for Karen to record us. So I think the way that we can make this work best is that for each application, I'll actually read it first, and then I will invite the applicant to present their project. Then I will invite members of the public to speak. And after that, I will also ask each commissioner to ask questions, make comments, and then I'll close the public hearing so that the commission can discuss and then possibly move forward toward a vote. So that's how I see this proceeding. Any questions from anybody? Okay. So next I'm going to do a roll call of the commissioners. I'll start with myself and then let's see. So I'm Marguerite Carnell. I am the chair of the Historic District Commission. And next, Diane, you want to introduce yourself?
Diane Mead, Commissioner.
Julie Carmelik.
Julie Carmelik, Commissioner.
Great. And Peter?
Peter Adamovich, Commissioner.
Thank you. And I'm going to appoint Peter as an alternate for tonight's meeting so that he can vote on possible actions. All right, so we'll start with the first application, application 20-01 of Ethan Gerard and Jessica Dabkowski, owner applicant, for a certificate of appropriateness for the installation of a fence on the property located at 93 East Weatog Street. And then I will read from the application: proposed installation of a split rail fence in my backyard, approximately 40 to 45 feet, will face East Weatog Street, with the remainder of the fence facing either Bradley Road or my neighbor's property to the west. I've attached a site plan that shows approximate lengths and locations of the proposed fence. Proposed fence design will be a 3-rail locust split rail fence with black welded wire. The fence will be approximately 4 feet high. I'm planning on a 10-foot double swing gate of similar style to cross the driveway that connects to Bradley Road, and then attached are sample photos of similar fencing. So I'd like to open it up to the applicant to talk about their project.
Hi, my name's Ethan Gerard. Basically, it's as I described it. We want to build a fence in our backyard so we can have a place for our dogs to run around without worrying about them going into the road or anything like that. And I like the split rail fence. I think it looks pretty nice, and it matches a lot of the other fences along the road already. And that's really the gist of it. I can't hear.
You're on mute. We can't hear you.
Thank you. Start that again. So I have a question about where the new fence meets an existing split rail fence to the south. Is that existing split rail fence the same height as what you're proposing?
I think so.
I think so. I think so. I can't say definitively, but I believe it's about 4 feet high.
Okay. And are there any members of the public who would like to voice an opinion about this project? Okay, hearing none. Commissioners, do you have questions, concerns, comments? Diane, I'll start with you.
No, I actually drove by and it looks like it's nicely conforming to the area, and I like the use of the sprit rail. I think that's appropriate. I guess my one question is about, you have to move the shed to put this in, is that correct?
The shed is actually already moved, and this is actually an old property survey from long before we actually moved here. Since then, there's a house that's been built. Actually, all of Bradley Road has been built, and the barn has been moved forward, and it ties into that.
So where I see the shed now, it stays. It doesn't have to move.
That's right. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. No other questions.
Julie, do you have any questions, comments?
No, I thought it was suitable for the neighborhood and the district, and yeah, no, I didn't. I thought it was okay.
Okay, great. Peter, how about you?
No questions from me. Thank you.
Okay. All right, well, that being the case, I will close the public hearing at this time, so that we can take this up and make a vote. All right, do we have or I will make a motion to approve this application for a 4-foot split rail locust fence infilled with black wire, as shown on the submitted plan. Noting that the barn is already in the location as shown on the submitted plan. So yeah, I guess that's my motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll do this by roll call. Diane?
In favor? Aye.
Okay. Julie
Aye.
and Peter?
Aye.
All right. Well, then the motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Michael, how will we handle signatures?
So I will email the applicant a copy of the signed application. With the executive order that was issued by the governor, it kind of gives us some leeway on that. I know that normally they need to have it within the time period after the meeting. We have time to handle that, so staff will prepare that and send that to the Gerards.
Terrific. Great. All right. Thank you. Okay. Next on the agenda is an application 20-01. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just get to the right page here. Sorry, I just lost my place. Here we go. All right. For application 20-03, Aaron Rosenstein and Michael Kelly, owner applicant for a certificate of appropriateness for the installation of a fence on the property located at 105 East Weatog Street. And then I will read from the application. The description is a 6-foot vinyl fencing on the side and back of the house. I've attached a site plan for where the fence will be that's drawn by the contractor. And we have a hand-drawn sketch attached. So I will invite the applicant to tell us about the project.
Hi, my name's Aaron Rosenstein. I'm here with Mike Kelly. Basically the same thing. We're just looking for a fence to put up on the sides of the house for a gate to get back to, and then in the back of it. We have 2 dogs, just want a space for them to be able to run. they don't do well with electric fences, and they've hopped a 4-foot fence before. So that's why we were trying to do a 6-foot fence for that privacy and also for their safety with jumping out of it. We originally wanted to do vinyl, but after living here for a couple of months, we just think wood would fit better. It would look better in the neighborhood. We see other houses with wood fencing and like how it looks. So I think it would just tie in better with the neighborhood and how everything looks. We already spoke with both neighbors on each side who will see it, and they both approve as well. But yeah, that's basically it. Just a fence for the dog's protection to run and something high enough that they can't escape.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation. And I'm delighted to hear that you're considering wood as a material instead of vinyl. I think that's really appropriate for the neighborhood. I have a question. I'm struggling to understand the relationship of the proposed fence to the house and the street. And I'm wondering if you might be able to submit a site plan, similar to what the applicants at 93 East Weatog had, so that we can better understand exactly where the fence will be.
Sure, yeah. So it's gonna, if you're looking at the house, just one gate on each side. So that's all you'll see from the front. And then the majority is the siding and complete back of the house. So you really won't see the fence besides the two if you're staring directly at the house. I can have to draw up something clear if you'd like.
That would be really helpful. I did drive by the house, and I'm sure some of the other commissioners have as well. But it would be really helpful to have it down graphically, so we know, we can say exactly what it is that we are that we're considering and improving. And also, do you have any product information that you can give us? You've described the fence as a 6-foot high wood fence, but we'll need to know, what that configuration is. Is it solid? Is there a lattice at the top? What do the gates look like? And so forth. We'll need those details.
Okay. I believe the wood's going to be pinnacle style wood. It would just be, I don't know how to describe it.
No lattice, just the flat, and the type of wood fence. Sorry, I don't know like my technical terms. I can get it, but just the normal wood fence with the little point on top, no lattice, nothing fancy. And then the gate would just be double gate, just so we're able to get back there. And if we had a lawnmower, they could also get back.
Okay. Other commissioners, do you have questions for the applicant? Diane?
Number one, I'd like to say I'm thrilled that from the switch to wood from vinyl, but would really appreciate if I could just see an example of what the fence would look like. I think I know what they're talking about, but I would really like confirmation of what it is, and seeing the true site plan would be very helpful too.
Okay.
Julie?
Yeah, I agree with all those points. I just don't feel like I have enough information at this point to really get a full understanding of what's being proposed here. But again, appreciate the switch to wood. So that's great.
Definitely. Peter, do you have questions or comments?
Yeah, my comment is basically, taking a look at that aerial view that they have, that 105 Weatog fence, just to give a rough layout of where that fence is in relationship to the house and to their property lines. I think that would be very helpful.
Yeah, if it could be drawn on a boundary survey map, that would be really helpful. Another question I have for the applicant is, what is the proposed finish of the fence? Would it be painted or unpainted?
Unpainted for now.
Okay.
Forever.
Yeah, not painted.
Okay.
My decision, rules,
Okay. So it seems like we don't have enough information to act on this application. So how shall we proceed?
So you could table the action on this. You have a member of the public here that may want to speak on this application. I don't know if he wants to.
Oh, okay.
I would ask maybe first ask for public comment before we continue the public hearing to the next meeting.
Okay, that sounds good. If there is a member of the public who would like to speak, please identify yourself and go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's
Yes.
Mark Lubetkin. I'm at 107 East Weetog Street.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you all.
You too.
My new neighbors want to put up a fence, and I think it's a great idea. They picked the perfect place in their yard to do it, and the drawing was really easy for me to follow, looking at their layout and how they wanted to do it, and it would keep their dogs safe from running out into the street and keep the bear away as well, since we have them in the backyard pretty regularly. I liked their design, and I thought it was really cool.
Great.
So I'm in
That's good
support
to
of
hear.
it.
Wonderful. Great to hear. Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead.
So for us to submit what you're looking for, do we have to then wait another month, or is this something that we can send to you and get the approval a different way? Like, do we have to meet again just like this in another month, or?
That's typically how we proceed. That we would table this motion for another month.
Okay.
Aaron, I can help the two of you out with the documents they're looking for.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we moved in here a couple months ago. We were so anxious to get it up. So now hearing to wait another month, but
Yeah. Email me tomorrow and we'll work this out to straighten it out.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so Mike, do I need to make a motion to table this until the next meeting?
It would be to make a motion to actually continue the public hearing to your next regularly scheduled meeting.
Okay, so I'm going to make a motion to continue the public hearing for application 20-03 for 105 East Weetog Street until our next public regularly scheduled meeting, which would be the month of June.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Diane?
Aye.
Julie?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
And I also. All right, so the motion carries unanimously. All right, well, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing the rest of your information next month, Aaron and Mike. Okay. Next on the agenda is General Commission business. Mike, I didn't know if you wanted to make any comments about the handbook.
So obviously with our current situation, we kind of put a pause on that project. Ken Livingston and then Fitzgerald and Holiday have been retained. Contract has been signed. We have the funds to do this project. We're actually, ironically, tomorrow having a phone conference on coming up with a schedule for the upcoming months on how to proceed. We felt that since we're doing the digital meetings right now, it would be tough to have this project going on digitally. We would like to have it when we're back to normal. So we're probably going to look to restart this or to kick it off in probably, let's say, July, June or July. So there'll be more to come to the commission for that.
think that makes sense.
And the other thing is, so we'll have 2 applications next month. You will have this application that's been continued. You also have the land trust submitted an application for the construction of the parking lot for Tanager Hill near the Ellsworth subdivision. So that will be coming back.
Okay. And it would be great if, I'm sorry, go ahead, Mike.
So that would be scheduled for your June 4th meeting. June 4th is your next regularly scheduled meeting.
Okay. It's been a while since we reviewed the Tanager Hill parking lot, and I'm wondering whether it would be possible to have materials on what we already approved in the packet for next month. Is that possible?
Well, actually, you actually denied that application previously.
Okay. Well, then that's good to know. I didn't recall that. Thank you.
So it's going to be a clean slate.
All right. Very good.
So,
that makes it
Hello,
easy.
Mike?
Okay. Yes.
It's Mark. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mark.
The second reason I was calling in was I wanted to ask what the status was of the hay bales and the rope off and the cars parked on the curb, and it's dangerous. And if the commission was looking at that.
So there's as you just found out, there's an application for the construction of a parking lot. Okay.
Thank you.
And
So much, Mike.
that'll be discussed at the next meeting. So it sounds like, Mark, we'll see you in June.
I'd love it. Thank you so much. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Thanks, Mark. You too.
Thanks, Mark. Good night. Do you have anything else, Mike?
I don't have anything else for you. Oh, actually, one other thing. So June, we actually will be pretty busy in June. You'll probably be getting a referral from the Board of Selectmen in June on a potential open space acquisition regarding the Meadowwood project.
Okay.
So I'll have more information for you on that.
Okay. That's news to me. Great. Okay, well, I think the next thing on our agenda then is approval of the minutes of the January 9th meeting, which I've reviewed and they look fine to me. Commissioners, do you have any comments or corrections, edits to the meeting minutes from January 9th as submitted?
Nope.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to make a motion to approve the minutes from January 9th as submitted.
Second.
Great. All in favor? Diane?
Aye.
Julie?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
And I from me. So the minutes are approved unanimously. All
Can
right,
I ask a quick question before we adjourn? The signage, we had talked about this a while ago about getting the signs repainted because some of them are looking really, really sad. And I know that was in our budget. It's been an ongoing.
Yeah, I will reach out to Public Works on that one. They have the paints. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Seems
You're
like it's a good time to be doing it.
I agree with you. That's a good social distancing job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent.
Can I also ask, I'm sorry if I'm a little behind on this, what is the Meadowwoods project? Is it in the district somewhere? Is it new construction?
that is it was a residential development that was approved in the northern section of the town. It involves some of the areas of the old Colbrell Farms tobacco fields. There's several barns that are on this project within the metes and bounds of this project that were slated to be demolished for construction of homes. This is a acquisition that's being kind of managed by the Trust for Public Lands. And they,
Say no more. Yep. Okay.
there's historic preservation grants associated with it.
Sorry, I wasn't familiar with that name. If you, sorry, got it. Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Well, that should be interesting.
Mhm.
Right. Okay, well, we'll stay tuned then. Does anybody have anything else before we adjourn? All right, so I'm going to make a motion to adjourn this Zoom meeting.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Ann?
Aye.
Aye. All right, everybody, thanks so much for your time tonight, and see you and talk to you on June 4th.
Yep.